Welcome, my peace, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It would be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peace, my peoples. Let's talk about Black Ink Crew Season 6, Episode 1. Let's talk about Caesar in the gym talking about he won. He's Rocky Balboa. Why couldn't he use a different name? Why couldn't he say he was Muhammad Ali? Cassius Clay, somebody else, Roy Jones Jr., somebody else other than Rocky Balboa. But anyways, he's saying he won the fight, he won the battle. Life after Duchess. There's no more Duchess. He's doing his damn thing right now. And Black Ink is 100% his. Ain't nobody getting no money but him. That's his shop. You ain't taking nothing away from him. So he is so happy that him and Duchess is over and everything's all good and he's living a life. And he's so happy he got his 3 shops. He got 113, he got 125th, and he got a shop in Atlanta. He got Kitty and Ted looking after the shops in New York. Melanie is running 113, and you have Sky and C's up in Atlanta running that shop, doing their thing, having a good time. While in the meantime, we get back to 113. They're all outside waiting to get inside the building. And plus, the building been closed down for 2 weeks. And Walk was like, he got diapers, he got kids to feed, he needs to make money. He don't know what's going on in Atlanta, but he knows it ain't right over here on 113. So everybody's outside the shop, even Miss Kitty, and also Teddy's there, Donna's there, Melanie's there, Kev's there, Young Bay's there. And so basically they waiting for Melanie to open up the shop or whatever. And Melanie was like, she don't know what it looks like. A season want her to have no part into designing the shop or have anything to do with making a makeover or renovating the shop at all. And so Walt looks at Miss Kit. So you don't know what's going on? I thought you were Caesar's mouthpiece. Miss Kit was like, no, I'm not Caesar's mouthpiece anymore. He got nothing but hoes down. He's down there with his hoes in Atlanta. So then we jump back to, Kat and her mansion in Atlanta. Her mansion looks beautiful, but Caesar's her roommate and he's been staying there. He's been sleeping at her house, and she's like, whoa, what's going on here? But Caesar's been staying there, so it is what it is with that situation. But Caesar's in the bed with Persuasion from Bad Girls Club or whatever. And Donna, Sky is loving her house. She was like, I got a little mini mansion. She was like, the money goes long here, especially in Atlanta. I'm like, damn, Sky, your son needs a place to stay, because he said he was homeless for like 2 years. But now we don't know if it's true, if Duchess set her son up to say that. But it seemed like it was real, because her son was crying in tears and the baby daddy was on an interview. So I don't know. You living lovely, and he's out here begging and asking for sneakers and asking for change and joining gangs to get some love out here in these streets. So anyways, moving on from that, Caesar's in the bed with Miss Persuasion. They're in the bed, laying up or whatever. Sky's like, we gotta go get some work done. The shop in Atlanta looks nice. Sky's running that shop in Atlanta. She's the head G in charge. She's the general. Caesar's loving it. They're loving that shop. It looks beautiful. People listen to her, and Sky was like, everybody respects me here. Everybody listens to me. Everybody likes what I say up here. I was like, yeah, Sky, you doing the damn thing. All that hard work you put in for years over there at 113 and done paid off. And it seems like C's has brought, Sky to Atlanta to keep him popping, you know what I mean? Because while he's in Atlanta showing off that shop, he needs somebody with attitude, somebody that's fierce. And so who other to bring than Sky? And so the cast that is in New York, they can pretty much have their own drama, but C's needs somebody to roll with him, because it can't just be about him having sex with everybody. So anyways, Sky was like, I hope you're using condoms. There's condoms all over the house, condoms everywhere. That tattoo Donna did was horrible. It looked like an infection. So anyways, but I love Donna. So anyways, so C's is wrapping it up. Luckily, I'm glad he showed the world that he's using condoms and everything like that. But isn't it so shady that under when they give you the tag names of people, it says Caesar's current fling Persuasion. What kind of shit is that? His current fling Persuasion. Why they do that? Why they try to make her look bad? She was a hide on Bad Girls Club. So anyways, we get back to New York. They open up the doors and it looks terrible inside. It's horrible. It looks like, C's didn't pay the contractors, that he didn't do his job. He didn't get the work done. He was just like, F1 to 113. But we know this is for TV, because C's would have that shop popping if that was the only shop he had, right? It's for TV to get them something to be riled up about and to get C's back to New York and get Sky back to New York, So anyways, got to make it interesting for us. So everybody's blaming Melanie. Melanie was like, I don't know. Season have me to have any type of part of the renovations or nothing. I had nothing to do with anything. I don't know what was going on. And it was like, what was like, yo, you're the manager. You can't say that. You're the manager. Ted was like, yeah, you wanted to be the manager, so let's manage it. What was like, you should know what's going on. You should know. You should have came in and check or whatever. That's what I'm saying. If you're the manager, if Season wants you to have nothing to do with it, you should have swung by, asked them when the contractors come. What's the numbers? What's up? So wouldn't you want to know? So anyways, Miss Kit was like, it's not her fault. It's actually C's fault because he's so big. He doesn't care about, his shops in New York while he's out there in Atlanta. He done gave up or whatever. And Ted and Miss Kitty is like, yeah, something's going on. And they want to check on C's. And they're not really blaming, Melanie. So, Melanie, she calls C's while he's at the shop. He's laughing and joking, talking about, I hope it ain't no bad luck. I hope it ain't no complaints. And him and, Sky is like, yeah, guess who this is? Melanie. Melanie was like, yo, the renovations all messed up. The place is trash. There's nothing done. He was like, don't worry about the renovations are paid for. Like, then why ain't they doing it, Season? Why ain't they working on it if it's all paid for? Like, they left paint and goo and caulk and chalk all over the floor. What kind of crap is that? So who did you hire? The people around the corner, down the street, around the block? So Caesar was like, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. And she was like, yo, well, just give me the contractor's number so I can call him. I can get up on it or whatever. He was like, okay. And she just hangs up the phone on him. He was like, yo, she hangs up on me. And then we get these clowns. They come into the shop or whatever. And they're singing a telegraph. Basically, it's a telegraph that's dissing, C's and black ink. And basically, he thinks it's from Duchess because earlier him and Sky was talking in the kitchen. And Sky was telling, C's that, hey, listen, there's a diss track. Your girl with the mop lips and the mop hair and all this other stuff did a diss track about us or whatever. And it was like, Sky was like, I'm not giving her no shine. And then C's was like, once she move on, get a better life. And then Sky was all like, you need to get a restraining order from her. And so it was so funny when, Sky did her confessionals and she put the mop on her head and she poked out her lips. Tell me she did not look like Duchess. She looked like Duchess. I was like, yo, she had that down packed. I was like, yo, so Duchess, you out here putting out diss tracks? How come I didn't hear that diss track? I don't know why I didn't hear the diss track. I was like, yo. And so C's he's doing his thing. He's worried about his women. And that's the same thing Sky says. Sky says that he's worried about his women. He's worried about his women. And, Miss Kitty is like, yo, listen, C's mess with the women on the bottom of the totem pole. And Miss Kitty was like, I don't mess with C's no more. I'm up here. And the women he deals with is down there. She was like, And so we're going to get to see Melanie in her RV. OMG, we're going to see that. She got a 1-year-old child in an RV. That is not cool. It seems like, C's is just running from New York. He don't want nothing to do with New York and his shop for pretend like he's really letting his shop miss money like that. So anyways, after the telegraph people the monogram people singing a song or whatever, monogram, I hope I'm saying it right, when they're saying F this and F that, he has a security move, and the people working there move, the clowns out the shop or whatever. See, he's got security in New York. Word. He got security in Atlanta. He don't got security out there in New York. I guess it's different out there in the streets in Atlanta. It ain't no joke out there. So anyways, Melanie's like, you know what, we gotta clean up. We're gonna come back tomorrow. We're gonna clean up the shop or whatever. I'm like, damn. So Melanie's supposed to be working on, the contract is getting him to come out. Caesar's worried about his mansion party because it's his 6 months anniversary since he's been open. So he's gonna rent a mansion and throw a bash. And he ain't caring about New York because he know that money's still coming in. He knows. So anyways, they're going to have a party, and all the Caesar's thinking about is punani, and all, Sky's thinking about champagne, opening her legs, and, showing her body parts off that she paid for. You go, girl. If you got the money, do it, flaunt it. But you know what? There's always a gem, and you got to love who you are and love what you look like. And she loves who she is, and she loves what she look like. All she got to do is worry about them kids of hers. They ain't kids. One's a kid and one's an adult. But we'll see how that situation goes down. And so Walt is really upset. Walt is like, yo, Walt is yelling at Melanie, like, you know what I mean? Because Melanie, she's not around or whatever. And everybody shows up to the shop. Kevin, Walt, Ted, Donna, Young Bay, they show up to the shop and they've been cleaning all day. They even got the uniforms on. But Young Bay and Donna come in dressed like they're going to, walk the cat stroll, the cat walk or whatever. And he was like, how come you guys didn't come up prepared, dressed to clean or whatever? Walt's kind of pissed because he want to get paid, you know what I mean? Because if they're tattooing at another shop, they're tattooing at 125th. He's not tattooing there, you know what I mean? So I guess he manages, 125th or whatever. I guess he answered the phones, something like that. So, he needs that money, booking appointments and schedules and, ordering stuff. So he's just like, whatever. So then, Melanie, she runs in there. She's late or whatever. So, Walt's getting into it. He was like, yo, you said you manager. You're not here. We're doing all this cleaning. Where you been? She was like, I've been on the phone all day with the contractors and all this other stuff and taking care of my sick baby. And Walt was like, yo, listen, I got 3 kids. I take care of my 3 kids. And then Melanie goes, oh, you're not a mother. I was like, yo, I wish I could have jumped through the TV screen and said, how would you dare say that about Walt when he's been taking care of them 3 kids since last year by himself because his wife is out in another state trying to make money. So you trying to say just because he's a father is different? No, just because your husband don't help you with your baby, don't talk about Walt, okay? Alright? She made me so mad. And she was like, oh, well, you're not the mother. He was like, yo, don't ever disrespect my parenthood. Don't ever disrespect me as being a parent. That man hustles and bustles and struggle with 3 kids. You only got 1 and you're living in an RV. And then you're going to try to discredit him when he's in that shop cleaning while you ain't even there. While you can take that phone and you can make phone calls there in that shop. You go take that baby to the babysitter, take it to the baby's father's mom, put it in daycare, do something, get to that shop and help them clean up because you're supposed to show that you're a team player. You're supposed to show that you're really managing place because you can make them phone calls and call the contractors while you are there. I couldn't believe she said that to Walt. And I was like, I'm giving her a new start because, she kind of got on my nerves last season. So anyways, and so they're arguing and whatever. And she was like, and so then Melanie was like, well, if nobody want to help me clean this shop, well, then get out of here. I'll do it by myself. I don't need to get the F out of here. And all of a sudden, I see, Donna run straight towards the door. I see Kev run straight towards the door. And I see, what's her name? Young Bay. Kevin and Young Bay trip over each other and fall. Donna's almost heading out. Walt was like, what's going on? What you running from? I thought they were running to leave the shop because Melanie told them to leave if they didn't want to help. But it was a huge, big rat. Oh my God, you just see how big that rat is? There they go right there running. You see Kevin? You see Donna? Donna big butt pushed them both out the way and ran through and they both fell or whatever. And it's a huge rat. So like if there's one huge rat like that, there gotta be more rats. You know what I mean? And that shit's scary. But who pays to go have monograms sent to you? Like, they really be doing that? Is that an occupation? Is that real? Or are they just actors that VH1 hired? So anyways, and so they seen the rat, so they was like, we're done, we're through. It was so disgusting, so nasty. So Miss Kit and Ted is like, yo, I think we need to go up there and check on Ted and see what's going on with Ted up there, see what's good with Ted. Ted and Miss Kit was like, yo, we need to go up there and check and see what's going on with Caesars, see what Caesar's doing, because it's like he has forgot about 113. He ain't even focused on it. He's having a mansion party right now. I can't even fix this shirt right. So he's having a mansion party right now and he's doing his thing. So I just leave it like that. So he's having a mansion party right now and he's just doing his thing. So he's doing his thing. And so Walt and Melanie, it seems like they're gonna have it out. They're gonna get into it because it seems like, Walt is like, yo, you wanted to be managing. You're not managing. You're not doing your part. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. And Walt's not feeling it. I think Walt is gonna step up to want to be the manager in the shop or whatever. I think it's time for Walt to get that position because he's always there. He's with his 3 kids and he's faithful to Caesar or whatever. It's time for him to have a step up and move up. So we'll see what happens. So, yo, that rat was huge. You gonna tell me that rat wasn't huge? That rat was huge. So, Miss Kit, Miss Kit is letting see that rat? I'm scared. Ah. So you see, I got it. Okay. So you see, Miss Kit, she let all the people from 125th come, from 113 come to her shop and tattoo. So we see Donna do a tattoo to cover up a scar that this girl had, and like she could have made it like a tree branch. She could have made like a pole. She could have made so many different things that are a long shaped object. She could have made it like a wand, but she chose black to block it out. That looked like an infection. It looks like, she has sugar, she has diabetes, and about to chop off her feet. It looks terrible. I don't know. But she said she was happy with her tattoo. Now that was bad. Now that was worse than for a tattoo of that face. And so then Donna's boyfriend, we meet Donna's boyfriend, Mo. He comes in, he's a nice guy. He buys her food, he buys her, chocolate. She's happy with him. He treats her nice, he treats her special. And I hope that Donna really find somebody that really treats her right and does right by her, because Donna is an abused woman, and she was an abused child, and she was mistreated her whole life. And even like a couple of, like last season before, the people at Black Ink was treating her like crap, especially Duchess. And then Caesar jumped on the bandwagon, and Donna been mistreated. She's been abused. And so right now she's with a good guy. Hopefully he's a good guy. Hopefully we don't hear nothing negative about him, because everybody deserves happiness, but she deserves some happiness, because hearing the stories about what Max used to do to her, and how oh shit did her. Speaking of oh shit, we don't even see him on the show. He must have moved to California with his wife or something. Maybe they're gonna branch off and start a shop with Kat from Black Ink Chicago, who knows. So anyways, Donna does that tattoo. It looks disgusting. It looks nasty. And so Miss Kit, she ends up calling C's and letting C's know that, the shop at 113 is terrible. It looks bad. There was a rat in there. There's no contractors. And that's when Sky jumps in, was like, ain't you a cat? Won't you eat that rat? Won't you go after that rat? I was like, yo, Sky, you just being shady. And Miss Kit just hung up the phone. She's like, I ain't even trying to hear that. And so then that's when, what's his name? Caesar's like, Sky, you're the best manager I ever had. You're the best manager. I think we need to go back to New York. I think we need to straighten up things. I think we need to do this. I think we need to do that. I don't know why this shirt keeps messing up on me. So anyways, and so then, Sky talks about she wants to reach out to her sons and make that big step. But her son, Genesis, was saying he's been trying to reach out to her for a long time. He reached out to her while he was in training school, while he got locked up for some pair of sneakers and things like that. I actually did a review about that interview that Genesis did with his father about Sky, and everybody was saying it was Duchess just shot, but nobody really confirmed it. So now C's confirmed it, and Sky confirmed that it was Duchess shop that they did the interview in. So now you have some skeptical thinking about it, or whatever was they paid to. But his crying and his tears and the way he was talking, he was talking like he ain't never been to school. He didn't even learn his ABCs at all. And I ain't dissing nobody on their speech, but he was straight street talk. And so anyway, so she wants to reach out to her kids, and Caesar's very proud of her, and he thinks that is a real big step for her. She says she gave him up for adoption. He says that they were taken by CPS, a DCYF, and the father said he had no idea that the kids was taken by CPS or DCYF or whatever. So it is what it is with that situation. So, Steve is really proud of her. He was like, yo, I commend you on doing that. She was like, I want to meet my young men and stuff like that. So I hope that at the end of the day that Sky and her kids can come together and they can live in that mansion with her and be on the show, and promote whatever they do. Like maybe they're in art, they creativity, maybe they sing, maybe they rap, maybe they want to be doctors, maybe they want to be lawyers, maybe they want to be entrepreneurs, but bring them into the scene. So I don't know if this interview coming out about Sky and her kids, they threw this into Black Ink because it did really look negative towards Sky, very negative, you know what I'm saying? So, but anyways, moving on from that, so Caesar's getting ready to throw his party or whatever. It's just like, oh. so Caesar's just like, yo, he just wants the PUSS. why? And so Ted was like, yo, he's worried about Caesar. He wants to know what's going on because he feels like 113 is just going crazy. He's like, I'm not really crazy about telling anybody to not chase the kitty cat down, but it's time for him to focus, and he's gonna go up there with Miss Kitty to see what's going on. But Caesar's just like, yo, this is still life after Duchess. I've been in a relationship for 5 years, yo. I ain't even trying to hear that. So, Ted goes up to the mansion party. He talks to Caesar's ignoring him. He ain't paying him no mind because he got booty, 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 booty everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Booty, booty, booty everywhere. So he's ignoring him. Miss Kit, she's there. She's chilling, whatever. Caesar ain't trying to hear it. Persuasion is there. And so guess who shows up? Carly Red, looking like, oh, her butt was lopsided. Poor Carly. Carly Red shows up and she was like, Caesar, why are you telling the blogs about me? Why are you telling the blogs that you had sex with me? Why are you lying on your penis? Because we was in a we was in a we was in a relationship. We was in a non-sexual relationship. Come on, could you see Carly Red being celibate? She was like, and so Caesar in his confessional was like, yo, I was hitting that. And so then, oh, whatever. But before then, CC them walk in or whatever. And she was like, oh, what's up, Caesar? And Caesar was like, what you doing here? It was like, we're 6 months. It was 6 months ago. We done. It's over. What you doing here? Like, it's like when someone you haven't seen in 6 months and you don't mess with, they show up at your party. Like, what you doing here? We done. You're one and done. You're 6 months and done. Why are you here? And so then somebody called somebody raggedy. I don't know if it was Carly Red people calling Persuasion people raggedy or whatever. Somebody said raggedy, to raggedy chicks, raggedy females or whatever. And so whatever. And so Caesar's about to tell Carly Red that her PUSSY ain't nothing. But before he could say nothing, she threw a drink in his face. I think it was most likely water because she was like standing ready, aiming it like Caesar had to know. Then he took off his sunglasses to get the water thrown in his face because it wouldn't have cleared up that quick. And so then that's when Persuasion, she starts saying, hey, this, hey, that. That's when Carly Red, they started calling each other raggedy. Carly Red's calling her $2 this, bum, cheap this, that, cheap that, don't talk to me. Persuasion was like, I'm gonna get you. And she, however her name is Persuasion, I don't know, she's from Bad Girls Club, and she's throwing stuff trying to get at Carly, because if she would have got at Carly, she would have hurt Carly. But it still says Caesar's, it says Persuasion, Caesar's fling. Where they do that at? Caesar and VH1, you wrong for that. So anyways, she leaves, she walks off, Carly Red's gone or whatever. And Caesar ain't trying to hear it from Teddy, ain't trying to hear from Miss Kitty. He's just doing his thing or whatever. She threw that drink dead in his face, but I think it was water that she threw in his face. Carly Red just be going from show to show, starting trouble. But I feel you. Persuasion, she's on this show about to fight, do what she do best, get mad and get angry. So, and let everybody know she's sleeping with C's. And then C's is going to be sleeping with other girls, so I don't even know. So, and so, C's is just like, C's is just, he's just done or whatever. He's done with Carly Red. He's done with, Duchess. That's what it seems like or whatever. But we'll find out what's going on. So now we go back to, New York, and these guys are still cleaning this dirty ass shop, cleaning on the outside, cleaning on the inside or whatever. Melanie's supposed to have the contractors in there on Monday or whatever to have it all together and have it ready. So they're cleaning. Melanie's not there or whatever. And so then Donna gets a phone call, and it's none other than that loses Max friends threatening Donna, talking about he's gonna hurt her, beat her up, call her a scum bucket, a cum dumpster, and all these type of names. And then that's when Donna tells us that Max stepped on her face, he did this, he did that. So you poor thing, girl, you need some guidance. You need somebody around that really show you about life and show you how to carry yourself and how to choose people, because it's the same thing when you don't have a father and a mother in your life. You pick the wrong people, just like was probably going to happen to Sky's son. They might pick the wrong people to be in a relationship because they don't have their mother and their father, but the father is now in their life. Hopefully Sky's back in her son's life or whatever. So Donna was like, yo, he stepped on my face and this and that. It was like, damn. him. And so War is on what's her name? He's on Melanie. So I don't know who stole that $10,000, but War is on Melanie's butt. He's like, he feels like she don't deserve it. So anyways, we get back to Atlanta, and guess what's going on? C's and Sky are playing a game, and then there's an interview sent to C's, and it's the interview with the lady from This Is 50, and Genesis and her baby's father. And Genesis is saying that you don't ask me about my mother, because what I would say would be wrong and disrespectful. And I haven't seen her in 15 years. She hasn't been around. She hasn't did nothing for me. She ain't my mother. And so then Duchess is like, Sky is like, yo, I really wanted to meet that young man and talk to him, so I don't even know whether to hug him or get ready to fight with him, because I don't know what Duchess put in his head and how Duchess had him out there in her shop in that interview. And C's is just like, yo, come after me, Duchess, don't come after my team or whatever. And then Sky is crying. She was like, oh, now adoption was illegal and all this other stuff. It's just like, yo, Sky is getting ahead of the story. Even though the story came out this summer, Sky is getting in the head of the story right now, and she's telling her side of the story. So that's what I want to see, her side of the story. And what she says, but her side of the story is they was treated well. But so when she sees the other son, the youngest one, I got stuck on my bra. When she see the youngest one, I want to see what the adopted parents say. Anyways, I still didn't fix it. So anyways, I'm out. One love to my peeps and my pipples. Yeah, I guess I won't be wearing this shirt no more. For real. It bothers me when it moves around. So like, yo, what do you believe? Do you believe Sky's lying, or you believe her son's lying because they took the interview in Duchess shop? But Duchess is mad. You see, she's coming after C's. But we also hear Ted. He tells the crew over there at 113 that I think C's doesn't want to come. Oh God, that right. I don't think C's wants to come back to New York because it reminds him of Duchess, and he's really hurt from Duchess. Duchess really hurt him. She broke his heart, so that's why he's trying to sleep with all these females and all this other stuff. And that's when like he don't even want to step in New York because this shot reminds him of Duchess. And that's when Donna steps in. Donna was like, all he needs to do is get a female to play in that booty with her little finger, and then that's when Walt said, word, I bet you that's what Duchess used to do. I was like, what are they doing, telling Caesar's secrets? What do you guys think about that? Peace, I'm out.